What a great morning. As always, if I'm open to it, the right answer, the right lesson, the right idea comes to me, but only when I open, only when I'm open to it and allow and let go of my own um, defense mood, defense mode that I have to be right, that I need an answer, that I need anything at all. When I let go of all of that, um, the right thing seems to simply arrive easily, naturally. Um, and with that, it comes to the daily reading of the Tao Te Ching. This is chapter or verse 13. And as I mentioned previously, that this is Wayne Dyer's interpretation of the Tao Te Ching. It is not a translation, although he does offer a translation. But what he is putting out there is his own thoughts on how to best live a Tao-centered life, how we live um, from that center, moment by moment, day by day. Um, so I've been thinking, of some chaotic scenes in the landscape of my life and the best way to navigate through them. And I realized, or I was given a realization, or was given an insight. There's no way to there's no way to navigate that. Um, you don't navigate it. You simply show up. You do what you do each and every moment, and you let go, and you let go, and you let go. So here's verse 13, and it just again it arrived at just the perfect time, as it so often does, as these messages so often do. Verse 13, Tao Te Ching. Favor and disgrace seem alarming. High status greatly afflicts your person. Why are favor and disgrace alarming? Seeking favor is degrading, alarming when it's gotten, alarming when it's lost. Why does high status greatly afflict your person? The reason we have, um, the reason we have a lot of trouble is that we have ourselves. If we had no selves, what trouble would we have? Man's true self is eternal, yet he thinks, I am this body and will soon die. If we have no body, what calamities can we have? One who sees himself as everything is fit to be guardian of the world. One who loves himself as everyone is fit to be teacher of the world. Those last few lines, um, one who sees himself as everything, one who loves himself as everyone, remind me of the comment by Ramana Maharshi when he was asked by a follower, how do we treat others? And his reply that there are no others. So here the Tao says, favor and disgrace seem alarming. Um, Here he's talking about um, if we're always worried about being in someone's favored light, or if we're concerned about someone looking at us in a disfavored light, that we're always concerned of others' opinions of us, including our own opinion of ourselves. If we're always believing um, our own opinion of others and ourselves and living from there, then we're caught in that alarming sense, as it says in the Tao. The answer, the answer that occurred to me, and I wrote about it this morning, comes from A Course in Miracles: defenselessness, that we give up our need to be right. Um, Arlise, am I pronouncing that right? Arlise says hi. How to send $100, 500? I have no idea. Um, no idea. So here's the funny thing: you can't choose to live a defenseless life. You can't choose to let go. You can't choose to um, be free. You can only realize it. It's already present. It's already here. Um, and that's the realization. Sorry. Um, that's verse 13. We'll leave it at that for today. And maybe, sorry, and maybe dive in it later. Again, we just relax, moment by moment by moment. With that, guys, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to take my walk, be out in nature. It's just after 5 in the morning. The sun's going to come up in about 15 minutes, and I'm going to be there to greet the sunrise. It's another beautiful day, as each one is. Monica says, opinion on DMT. It's a game changer, but it's a tool. DMT can instantly transcend the ego because we've reached that state of non-beingness. Another reality in an instant. However, what we find, it comes back to the Zen saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. So before DMT, we chop wood, we carry water. After DMT, we chop wood, we carry water. When you get that experience selflessness, when you're dissolved, you find that you come back and that you still got to carry on with life. You still got to wake up. You got to go to work. You got to do the things. In the Tao, they call it the 10,000 things. You still got to deal with the 10,000 things. So it's a tool. His old drug of cocaine. I like that. I love interesting channel names. Always just makes me wonder, where was the inspiration that just popped up for something like that? And that when the inspiration popped up, someone took it and ran with it. That's what I did with Just a Yogi. Originally my channel was my name, and I realized, you know what? I'm just a yogi, and I'm doing burpees, and it happens to be in my basement. Our friend Ahmed is here. Hi, Yogi and all friends. Hello, my friend. Monica says, Moniker, sorry. Ego death is a good thing. How? Should we self-induce it? Well, you know what? If you realize there's no self, it can't be self-induced, and the ego will never get rid of itself. Ego death isn't necessary, I think. We just hold it lightly. We just hold the ego lightly. We smile at it. We don't have to believe that it's our essential true self. In A Course in Miracles, they say the ego always speaks first, and it's always wrong. The ego always says, me, I, me, mine, as George Harrison wrote about on Let It Be. Great album, by the way. I, me, mine. So the ego is always saying I, me, and mine. Spirit always says yes, 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 and yes. Spirit always welcomes. Spirit always embraces. Spirit is spaciousness, openness, defenselessness. When you have nothing to defend, the ego has no purpose any longer. So we simply relax. We simply are beingness itself. So we don't need to do anything with the ego except disbelieve it a little bit. But the ego will never get rid of the ego. Med says, how are you, Yogi? I'm good, my friend. Night Watcher, how are you, my friend? Med says, stay blessed, bro. You as well. I'm going to have you up and running in just a few minutes. I'm going to go out for my walk in just a little bit. I'm glad some people showed up. 5 a.m. for me, and you never know who's going to be here. Creek says, yo, hello, my friend. But again, I've had my own little ego involvement lately that I'm thinking of my live streams. I'm thinking of what seems to be some chaos going on, and how do I deal with it? I realized this morning I don't need to deal with it. It works out. I just let go. I let go of my ego investment that it needs to be something, anything at all. I have no control over any of this. So I simply show up and we see what happens. Um, if you act from your essential nature, meaning, remember what I said about the Course in Miracles says the ego always speaks first, and it's always wrong. So that's reverting back to our essential nature. The ego speaks first. So what comes after? What comes after is spirit, if we allow it. If we allow it. So when all this arrived to me this morning, things that I've studied decades and decades and decades ago, it reminded me the practice of yoga. The true practice of yoga, according to Patanjali at the very beginning of his Yoga Sutras, yoga is the cessation of the fluctuating mind, fluxation of the mind, peacefulness itself. Monica says, how do you differentiate the ego from self? That's a great question. Realizing that everything's self. And I'll keep coming back to A Course in Miracles. They say that only love is real. Everything else is an illusion. So if it is a voice that is telling you to be defensive, it's a voice that's telling you to hate. If it's a voice that's telling you that this person is wrong, that you're right, it's the illusion. An illusion isn't good or bad. It's just an illusion. That which is free, that which is open, that which doesn't need to be defended is the self. And the best way to do that, I think, self-inquiry, just keep asking, who am I? And don't settle on that easy answer that we get, that I am this, that I am the body, that I am my thoughts, that I am this or whatever. Don't even rely on the thought that I am selflessness, that I am whatever. Just keep going back to the question, who am I? And remain in the spaciousness of the answer. Or as this Nisargadatta Maharaj would say, always go back to the I am. I am is our original nature. I am. Because everything else follows that. If you say, I am spirit, you're not. You're offering a description. Go back to I am. If you say, I am the body, you're not. Go back to the simplicity of I am. I am is beingness itself. Creek says, my mother has cancer. I'm sorry, my friend. Sending prayers to your mom, sending prayer to you and your family. It's not an easy thing for the family to go through. That sense of worry, the sense of love. What can we do? Feeling hopeless and helpless at the same time. I can only say, I'm so sorry for you. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to your mother. And we're sending love and we're sending prayers. Night Watcher says, hope she gets better. Which one is the radiation sign? I have no idea. Night Watcher says, the best wishes for your good health, prayers to get well soon. Amen to that. Night Watcher says it's the first one. Awesome. Thank you. So guys, I'm going to head out. I'm going to take my walk. The sun's going to be up very, very shortly. I love catching that first light hitting the eyes. Night Watcher says, so Yogi, what's up, Night Watcher? I got to go. Got to get out there. Night Watcher says, bye. Hope you have a great walk. You too. Thank you, Night Watcher. I hope to see you later. I will be around. You guys have a good day. Take care. Creek says, that's an excellent point, my friend. I'm going to take that under consideration. Night Watcher says, my head is spinning for the whole day. Get some rest, my friend. Lie down. Meditate. We can talk about maybe doing some breath work and learning to meditate if you want. Night Watcher says, the truest of true words. Excellent point. I'll see you guys later. Take care.